Central statue portrays cloaked figure holding clay vessel, blah, 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 metal object. Oh, it's not gonna... Okay. Well, I have no idea what the my master in there means. Knowing yourself, you may look upon your master, meet his imposing gaze, and seek to understand what lies beneath. Thereby learn the question, if not the final answer. I guess we're looking for an answer again. Alright, I think I know what we'll do. I mean, I noticed the painting before, but I didn't actually pay it mind. Look upon your master, meet not only his imposing gaze, but seek to understand what lies beneath. Boop. As I suspected, there's a small key taped to the back of the picture frame, and a note. I'll add this clue to the letter. The question is the world from the peak of man's tallest tower. The answer yearns to toil, yearns up to it from the root of life and time itself. Question is the world from the peak of man's tallest tower. The answer yearns up to it from the root of life and time itself. Well, I mean, there was a painting of a tower somewhere. I don't remember exactly where it was, but... Let's see. Old's tower depicted in the painting. Okay. Key does not fit. Oh. Well, fuck you. Oh. Okay. A shelf covered in old ornaments, pieces of metalwork, and pipes of strange shapes. Some kind of round mechanism. Alright. So it's another one of them. There was one downstairs at the front door in here. An unusual electrical device. I'm unfamiliar with its function, but I can tell that there's a piece of equipment missing. Okay, well, it's useless to us then. Okay, I can see from here. The answer yearns up to it, from the very root of life and time itself. I should check if there's something underneath, something hidden near that tree. And I'm fumbling all over myself. Queen has removed her mask. Central statues, hood, vessel. Okay, yeah, that's all just the same shit. Okay, well, now I know tree. You know, if this wasn't such a dire situation, with our patient's location being unknown to us, this could be rather fun. But as I said, someone's life hangs on the line, so, you know, puzzles are not great at the moment. Actually, wait, I should go this way, because that way is closer. Also, the study leads to fuck all, so... Nope, not what I wanted. Looks as though something has been concealed beneath the thick roots. Yoink! Another note, and a key bound together. I'll add this clue to the letter. It is a truth, or our ancestors knew, with the stone silence came to unknow. It is a truth our ancestors knew, and with stone silence came to unknow. It's a truth our ancestors knew, with stone silence came to unknow. The key has been engraved with the shape of a feather. Oh, well, that's easy then. There's a bird door, so that's where we need to go next. Makes sense to me. Time to unlock bird door. Oh, wow, this is a noisy room, huh? Inside this cage, there's a bird with black head and orange breast. The sign reads, Pure Hula, Pure Hula. Okay? A truth that our ancestors knew and through stone silence came to unknow. There's a small compartment at the base of the bust. Inside this, a note that only by entering the gnashing jaws of primal horror. Primal horror? You mean the unknown? Inside the cage, there's a crow with black and gray feathers. The sign reads Corvus Cornix. Okay. Who loves birds, I guess? This bird is black with a yellow beak. The sign on the cage reads Turdus marula. Look, I know it's very noisy in here, but I'm curious what birds are around. The bird inside has a gray breast and brown wings. Passer domesticus. Okay. A curious bird with long legs. The sign on the cage reads Porphyrio aleni. There's a bird with pale brown breast inside this cage. The sign reads Licinia megarhunchos. An embroidered cloth covers this cage. On it is written, if all the birds are silent, the phrase trails off. A bird with a red feather on its head and breast. Erythaculus rebecula. Okay. Carefully embroidered cloth. Beginning of the phrase written, if all the birds fall silent. And this one is, bird inside the cage has yellowish brown feathers. The sign on the cage reads, Cardulius flavirosterus. Through the glass, I see the rolling hills covered in snow. Alright, let's get out of the noisy room. Alright, so what were we looking for again? Truth our ancestors knew. Stone silence came to no. Only by entering the gnashing jaws of primal horror. What the fuck would the gnashing jaws of primal horror be? I'll have to... Let's be real, I'm going to look at the walkthrough to see what it suggests I do next. Alright. Only by entering the gnashing jaws of primal horror. I mean, I guess it is a lion, but... I don't know. There's something hidden in the lion's mouth. A lever. I think it has triggered some mechanism inside the manor. Also, there's a note in here. I'll add this clue to the letter. Will you at last know the truth? Could this be the last part of the riddle? I mean, honestly, probably not. I really should have been able to figure out my own, but I couldn't remember about the lion. Nope, that is stuck. Oh! Oh, no, wait, I already opened. Oh! The secret passage is opened at the end of the corridor! Well, I could have done much better than that. I apologize. Wait. Oh, no, never mind. I did that already. Oh. Looks like Professor Wright's archive. I should bring Kaufman here at once. Indeed. Experiments, 1885. Let us see. Have a look at this. Be careful. There's a small key inside the folder. 1st August, 1885. Results at last. After many months of tedious observation, something has finally come from the other side. I heard the sound of footsteps exploring the proximity of the stone archway. This would seem to verify my hypothesis. Absolute horror is the key that we seek. 20th of September, 1885. Now that they have proven themselves useful, I've installed 2 devices in the outer tunnels. I dare not go deeper. I have not heard it again, but I know the thing must still be down there in the dark. 12th of November, 1885. Contaminate? Contaminant in the underground tunnel has been breached. Redacted. Gone. 15th of September. Or December. 15th of December, 1885. I have no choice but to abort the experiment. It can no longer be controlled. There is but one thing left to do. I will seal the tunnel and hope that the abomination remains forever entombed within. What was this supposed to be? It seems to be a log that the professor kept during one of his experiments, almost 7 years ago. It is noteworthy that one of the entries has been redacted. But what is written in there? It cannot be true. It must be some kind of hallucination. Some Professor Wright's illness, maybe. Perhaps, though we should not jump to conclusions. We can conclude that the professor had another working place underground. Perhaps that key opens the basement door. There could be a route through to this underground tunnel. Meanwhile, I will keep looking through these documents. There must be something more than that folder among the myths. I am curious about this first. We'll go to the basement after I look at these. A set of framed silhouettes. Under each is an inscribed plaque. Mr. Strachan was a well-positioned man. He fell madly in love with the younger daughter of the Bartleys, and so he proposed to her. Okay. Young Agnes fancied the idea of marrying an older man, but she always hid her feelings from her mother. Miss Bartley never take her eyes off her daughter and watch them at all times. Mr. Bartley tried to show his support for their daughter, but his wife never paid attention to him. Okay. Oh, I see what this puzzle is. You gotta get them to look like... Okay, so what was the first person? Mr. Strachan was a well-positioned man, fell madly in love with the younger daughter of the Bartleys, and so he proposed to her. Okay. And Agnes fancied the idea of marrying an older man, but she always hid her feelings from her mother. You are... Miss Bartley never take her eyes off her daughter, watching them at all times. No, yeah, that was correct then. And this last one is, Mr. Bartley tried to show his support for their daughter, but his wife never paid any attention to him. So then that must be this, yes. She's ignoring him, keeping her eyes on the daughter. He has eyes for her. She wants to marry an older man, so this should be correct. Nice. A compartment is opened in the wall. Oh, another one of those. So now we have 3. Well, let's go down in the basement and see what's there. So there was one in the attic, one in the secret archive room, one at the front gate. And wasn't there another one? Or am I imagining that? Was there one in the study? I don't think there was one in the study. I don't even know why I came into the study. That's not where I need to go. It's over here. And you are the basement key that goes to the basement. At least I think that's the basement. Oh. Well, where the fuck was the basement? Wait, it was in the kitchen. Which was still that way. I don't know why I didn't go this way. Whoops. My B. Oh! Oh no, never mind. She's still here. I didn't think she was, but then I saw her. Haha! Shit, it's dark down here. It's completely dark in here. I feel a cold draft coming from the front. It's too dark. I need something to light the way. Oh, right. I have a matchbox. Excellent. Oh, this match is gonna keep forever. How many matches do I have? I've run out of matches. Well, might as well keep going forward. Let's go back. The fuck? Hello? Oh. I've fallen through a hole? Where am I? Flow of air is stronger here. Right. The way is blocked by a cave-in. Ooh. A working lantern. Yoink! Now I can get out of here safely. This part of the tunnel is blocked by a cave-in. The underground tunnel is not accessible from here. I should go back. So this must be the collapsing. Thank goodness, a ladder! Now what's this thing on the ground here? Looks like a component of some sort of machine. Oh, well, yoink. Maybe I can find out where to use it. Well, the machine from upstairs would probably be a good idea. Excellent. Okay, and there's the hole. Wait, how did that happen? I went to the... whatever. Aha, it looks like there is a ball mechanism here in the basement. Mechanism of some sort. Okay. Well, that was a thing. Glad we figured that one out. I mean, I had a feeling that was going to be the case, where we would have to stumble into something. This old furniture has been left here to rot. Oh, that's a shame. I mean, someone could have used that before it rotted to nothingness. Alright, let's get the hell out of there. If we cannot access the tunnel mentioned in Professor Wright's log, how can we find the missing parts of his research? I must talk to Kaufman about it. I must talk to Kaufman about this. I was able to use the key to explore the basement. There's a large hole in the floor. One side of the hole may lead to some sort of tunnel, but it was completely covered in rocks and debris, so I could not tell for sure. Covered in debris? It sounds like the professor succeeded in blocking the entrance to this underground area. It is unfortunate for us. I have made some progress of my own, mein Freund. I think this could help us delucidate. I think this could help delucidate the next step in our search. Have a look. Well, it's a good thing he found something. I like that. It proves that, he's not just sort of sitting here doing nothing. Today, a meeting finally took place. You see, Mr. Wright, our organization is keenly interested in your research. We could reach an agreement to fund this project, but first we need to know the details. I understand. The main factor is the condition of the test subject, how open he is to suggestion. As you know... Sorry about that, I had to fiddle with the mic because I noticed it was leaning over. Hopefully that didn't affect my audio too much. Let me take a quick gander at that before we continue. I guess it's fine. Anyway, back to what we were doing here. The main factor is the condition of the test subject, how open he is to suggestion. As you know, only the human mind can open physical passages. Can only open. Back to the beginning, you fucked it up so hard. The main factor is the condition of the test subject, how open he is to suggestion. As you know, only the human mind can open a physical passage to the other side. So complete, absolute darkness will be required to experience the... Absolute darkness will be required for the experience to result. A secluded place, completely isolated. A place that can only bring thoughts of what may be hidden in the dark, hiding in the dark. I have the perfect location in mind. But in total darkness and seclusion, how could the rest of the experiment be studied or confirmed? That's precisely where your organization can provide help. I've designed a special device that would allow me to listen from a safe distance, but I lack the means to manufacture it myself. That we could arrange. But there's one last thing I would like to know. How would the experience be triggered? By means of a chemical compound of some kind? Do you mean a serum? Not at all. That would be no elegance whatsoever. The trigger is the mind itself, the emotion known as terror, the primal fear that still survives in the depths of our mind, the times humans were mere beasts. That which allows us to open a physical passage beyond the veil of rational thought. Primal terror is the key that we will use to open the last door. So I'm pretty sure this is Alexandra that's talking to him. Could this organization be the playwright? It's maybe, mein Freund. If so, then we are closer to the truth than we thought. But in this room I've been able to find only some fragments of information, discarded material. It looks as if the main bulk of documents were moved from this room and hidden somewhere else. The basement tunnel. That seems the most reasonable conclusion. But access to that place is still lost, is it not? The entrance was sealed. There may be another access we do not know about. If we could find and use the device that the professor mentions in his log, I believe it could shed some light on this matter. Cool. Well, I have a device to activate that's probably going to listen into this dark room where there may or may not still be a person. Oh, you're not going to let me? Okay, fine. I'll do it this way. I think it will work now. Pull the lever! I'm really just doing trial and error here. I don't think I'm going to be finding the precise thing to do here, so I'm going to check the walkthrough. Alright, I'm back. I accidentally unplugged my microphone, so that was fun. According to the walkthrough, there should be a compass at the feet of the statue in the statue garden, but I didn't see a damn compass. However, it did show me what the solution to this is, so I figured, hey, might as well do it. So you need to be there, and you need to be there. Oh, that's much better than what was playing before. The sound. Did my ears deceive me? Is that a piano melody? I must see Kaufman at once. Not to state the obvious, but it sounds as if someone is still down there playing the piano of all things. But how is that even remotely possible? I do not know, but this means something important to us. It means there is another entrance to the underground tunnel, and that we must find it. But we have run out of leads. Did you not find anything of use in the archive? And Professor Wright continues to mutter incoherently about childhood memories. You must hypnotize the professor, mein lieber Freund. We are running out of options. This might be the only way to find the answers we seek. Look at this candle. Fix your eyes upon it. Your body is as light as a feather. Everything around you fades. You are entering a dark, endless void. I gotta shut the light off. Listen to my voice. Where are you? A great number of trees surround me. The sun is setting soon. I can go north and west. So you said something about trees? Okay. So there's an achievement in regards to this particular thing. It's a hypnosis puzzle. And if you want the achievement, you have to visit every single room. I can go north and west, he said. So I think I want to go west to explore those areas first. Oh wait, but there's another thing. Let's see, what do I want to do first? I guess I'll do elsewhere first. Go elsewhere. I stand among tall trees. They stare at me silently. They found me guilty. I do not wish to stay here. Okay, now I wait 15 seconds. Two, zero. One of the trees has fallen down. Its corpse lies on the dry sand, and the others mourn it. Its branches point now towards the shore. A bank of dense fog is forming. There, emanating from the cliff. Yes. Whoops, I hit the wrong thing. Walk towards the fog. The fog thins now. I can see something in the distance. It's Zyla, the land of fog. It's not a bay as the ancients wrote, but an island. There lies the answers that could have prevented what happened. But could anyone have anticipated it? Could anyone have known what my dearest visitor would result to be? And who would dare cross the path now? Who would dare look into the abyss of the spiral, knowing what would certainly come of it? Oh God, spirals! Uzumaki has come back to haunt me! Oh, you guys might not know about that. It's a manga, it's related to spiral. Don't worry about it. Lovecraftian horror, Junji Ito, nothing to worry about. I can tell you, only the foolish, the insane, or the suicidal. Tell me again where you are. Fog thins now. I can see something in the distance. Oh, whoops. I goofed. Go back. Great number of trees. You can go north and west. Alright, now I want him to go to the west. I'm on the beach. There's a huge rock here. Many birds circle the sky overhead. To the north I see the shore. To the west there is a person. Okay. So let's see. North is the shore. West, it says, is the person. If he goes east, then he goes back to the forest. Go west. As soon as I approach, the figure darts between the rocks as though it were frightened of me. I go back. I'm on the beach. There's a huge rock, many blah, 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 blah. Now I want you to go north. I stand beside the shore. The water wets my shoes, and all around me lie wrecks of ships. To the north, something floats in the water. To the east, I can see the edge of the forest. I think I want you to go to the north. body floats in the water. I will not look upon its face. Go back. And I want you now to go east towards the edge of the forest. I stand beside a waterfall. It is not water that falls, but mud and rock from a great height. They fall into a bottomless abyss. Behind the waterfall, to the east, lies a tunnel. To the west, I see the edge of the forest. I want you, my friend, to go towards that tunnel. And that tunnel is to the east. No! Whew, good. For a second I thought I accidentally hit south. Go to the east. I'm in a dark tunnel. Oscar is here as well. He's upset. He yells at me. He begs me to stop. The tunnel divides into many passages. I can go north, south, and west. I would like you to go south. The passage ends here, an empty cave, a big round hole in the wall. Behind it, I can hear the sea. And go back, dead end. Okay, now that we've tried going to the south, I would like you to head to the north. I'm in a large open space with a piano. Something stands next to the piano. I can't see it clearly. Its face. The tunnel stretches into the dark. Walk down the tunnel. It's a very small room. In the center lies a deep pit. A ladder goes down. It is so dark. Down there, it lies. It waits. I will not continue! I must go back! Go down the ladder. I cannot! I hear it with me! Its breath! Dear God, I must flee! You must continue. It waits for me. It waits down there. They've gone down the ladder. I cannot see. It's pitch dark. I can feel its breath. It is here! It is with me! Yeah, I got Master of Hypnosis and Neophyte. Don't know what Neophyte was, but hey, I got Master of Hypnosis. Enough! We went too far, mein Freund. You are right. I did not think he would react this way. You did well by stopping the trance, Kaufman. I think it would be best if we leave it for today. Let us return to the inn. Reflect tonight on what we have witnessed here. Tomorrow, let us discuss the next steps in our investigation. Indeed. January 21st, 1893. Come in. Kaufman, are you all right? Worry not, Wakefield. I am just a bit feeble. It must be all this cold and humidity. Oh, if you were going to do it, I wouldn't have done the sound effect myself. Nothing serious. I would like to know your opinion of what we heard during yesterday's session. Do you remember anything that could help us in our search? All of these are good. Let's start with the underground tunnel. I believe that this underground tunnel has left a deep impression on Professor Wright's subconscious. I agree. The horror he experienced at the end of this session was far too intense to derive solely from his imagination. It speaks of some trauma. The seaside. The sea was a reoccurring theme during the hypnotic regression, indeed. Yes, it is true. Maybe the entrance to this tunnel is somewhere closer to the coast. The mysterious figure. Throughout the trance, he saw an unknown figure with no visible face. Oh, I'm sorry, that's me. Or, well, that's Wakefield. Through the trance, he saw an unknown figure with no visible face. The floating body in the water. The person near the rocks. The one besides the piano. Yes, indeed, but I am afraid it is too soon to unveil the true meaning of those images. And lastly, the man shouting at Professor Wright. Professor Wright mentioned a man that shouted at him near the entrance to the tunnel. begging him not to continue. I cannot remember his name. Very good. It was Oscar. We should attempt to find him. He may know something about Professor Wright's fears. We can find this man. I'm sure he will shed some light upon the mystery. Why don't you go to the village and try to find out something about Oscar? My apologies. I must stay here and recover my strength. Very well, Dr. Kaufman. To Town Square. But I think we'll actually... I could do that now. No, I think we'll do that in the next episode. See you guys then.